In this video, I'm going to show you guys the best gaming keyboards for Fortnite. I've been using a ton of different keyboards to truly find the best keyboards that provide a competitive advantage in game, but will also keep your wallet safe. The main focus of our keyboards will be the switches themselves and of course their performance, while taking into account the aesthetic just a little bit. I have the exact product links in the description for you guys to check out. Anyways, let's get into the first keyboard. Starting off with the best value keyboard on this video, we have the Maker Ayula Win60HE. This keyboard has Hall effect switches, which are by far the best switches for gaming in general. Hall effect switches use a magnetic sensors to detect key presses instead of relying on physical contact like the traditional mechanical switches you see out there. This means that these switches will typically have better actuation points and of course better durability. And to be honest, getting a really good keyboard that has these switches for $39 is a massive steal. 8000Hz polling rate is also no joke. The keyboard itself is hot swappable and 60% is just the perfect size for a game like Fortnite. If you were to just consider one keyboard from this video alone, this is the one because it actually provides a massive competitive advantage over other keyboards that really don't do much for you. $40 for this keyboard is just insane. Although this keyboard definitely suffers on the aesthetic side, I think it works just fine for competitive, and it really is good for literally a fraction of the price you would have to pay to get the marketed fastest keyboard, the Win60HE. Next up, we have the Geek Made 68 Pro. This one will cost a little bit more money at $179, but a keyboard with adjustable actuation points and of course offering a Hall effect magnetic switch as well is pretty good. If you did check the previous keyboard that I mentioned, getting a Hall effect keyboard is significantly faster than a standard mechanical switch. In fact, it is so fast that you can't tell the difference between a Hall effect keyboard and a Win60HE. While this keyboard in particular is nowhere near a budget range, it is still a fantastic keyboard. I actually use this keyboard myself and I am absolutely in love with its aesthetic and its performance in any game I play. Obviously, its main selling point is the LED light bar at the top, but I just really like how fast this keyboard is, to be honest. The keys feel light, the switches themselves are rapid, and the extra aesthetic bump is just there all the time. In my opinion, you should pick up this keyboard if you really want to try and level up both your setup's aesthetic and your performance in Fortnite. Finally, we have the Razer Huntsman Mini, which will come in at $59. So to keep this short, this is by far the keyboard I've used the most. Razer's optical switches are equally as fast as any Hall effect keyboard, and you can honestly not even tell the difference between these switches with the booting ones. Razer is genuinely one of the best brands for keyboards because of their Razer optical switches. One of the fastest switches in the market, and Razer itself is a reputable brand with tons of vouchers for pro players across the globe. There's a reason why pro players like Cooper still use these keyboards to this day despite being a relatively old one. In general, it's just great to have this keyboard. The sound isn't the best if you're picking up the clicky variant, which is the cheaper one I think. But if you really don't care about the sound and you want to focus on strictly performance, this keyboard is for you. Once again, I have the exact product links in the description for you guys to check out. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.